This is my winter shelter. I actually made it in my backyard. We're gonna go through this real quick. I haven't found a lot of information on winter shelters, but I'll show you how this one's built. This is actually a result of a failure of a teepee. I cut one long 8-foot, maybe even longer than that 8-foot piece that runs from the back of that. It's not on the ground. You have to have it up. It's about a foot up on that fence right there, that piece. And then it runs out just like that, like a spine. Sits right on top of that garbage can. This is the frame. Kind of gives you an idea. I'm going to see, hopefully I can cover all the problems that I had. So it's higher up here. Gusher go lower. It doesn't sit on the ground. Remember that. Your posts that you go up here, you see, you just lay them right up. But the problem in the winter is that the ground's frozen, so they can slip. And when you're throwing snow and stuff on it, it's going to fall off or fall on you. So you take it up, you lift it up almost vertically, hit it with the back. I was hitting it with the back of my axe. I'll show you the tools in a minute. And that made a little indent. It took a couple hits because it was pretty frozen. And then you lay it back down across so that it doesn't slip. After you get a number of those, and you'll see the inside in a minute, you'll start to see that you can start to lay other things down. Like I took smaller twigs and kind of just laid them like that, crosswise, and start to throw leaves on that, and then you should be able to throw snow on it. Just if there any snow falls through, there shouldn't be much, but you can dig it out through the entrance, kind of scoot it back out. Alright, so we can take a look at the inside. This has been here for about a week. It took me about 2 hours, maybe a little more. Materials, I didn't have to go more than 50 yards for the wood, for the frame. The snow, I didn't have to go more than 20 yards, not even. So here's the tools. I did use that saw, but you don't need to. When I started doing the teepee, I'd use the saw. I use the axe for everything, and the shovel I didn't use. I actually used that to cover the hole. One of the problems was, if you see, I did close it off here on the side, on the right side. The first night, wind was going right through here, and I had the whole A open there. So I closed that off. I couldn't do that normally, so I had to use a lot of this thinner material, kind of make a bird's nest type of thing. And then I could throw snow on top. It kind of hangs over now, and you'll see the inside in a minute. And do the same thing right there. It's kind of had a mesh going on. So let's see it. This is I didn't use a sleeping bag. This is what I used here. My self-inflating mat. This is perfect. It was about 10 degrees out first night, probably a little colder than the next one. And I'll show you here the beam that goes straight up here, straight all the way out. It's about, like I said, maybe getting to 9 feet there, and you get about 7 feet inside, if not a little bit more. I would put my shoe in there, but my foot would almost go to the top there. It's not very tall. The twigs here, you do see a 2x4. I did not want to go out and get more wood. I just used what I had, and I'll show you where at the tree I got it from. You see all these, the main ones that are here, the thicker ones. Then you have some of the planking, the 2x4 that I just had laying around in the back here. And then you have the smaller twigs that are going to save you from doing a lot of chopping in your wood here. See that? And then on top of that you have all the leaves. And then all the snow. Actually, that's ice right there. After about 30 minutes in here, you'll start to feel your own body heat keeping you warm. I did use this emergency blanket. It did help a little bit. One of the ideas was, I seen was this. A candle. And you were supposed to light this candle, and then probably a little higher, but keep the brick there. It should heat the brick. It should. Didn't. Couldn't get the candle to stay lit. I hear it might be dangerous also, because I did close off the entrance there. So I couldn't fully test that yet, but it's an idea. It's supposed to warm the brick and give you radiant heat. Here again, those problems were when the things slipped, but putting those indents, can't show you one, but here's one actually. It's kind of indented, especially this one on the front here. You don't want it falling on you. So, see where the tree came from. Like I said, you have to go very far. That's the tree right there. These actually grow perfectly straight almost all the time. It's a real ugly tree in the summer, but definitely works for winter. I just snapped off this stuff, the majority of it. And that's what I used to mesh the entire thing together. I'm hoping I got covered everything. You have your tools, just the axe, something to sleep on. You have the frame, kind of make a mesh out of it, and then you got the snow. It takes about 2 hours, maybe a little more if you want it. It's almost a permanent shelter. So if you didn't have a home and you needed to survive somewhere, this would be it. That's it.